Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Raja Umar on my channel RU Speaks, and Raja Umar speaks for you for the subjects of Pakistan studies and global perspectives. I request you all to subscribe my channel RU Speaks, and you will get a lot of stuff over there for your learning, for your grooming, for your nurturing, for your building up of the content related to the global perspectives and Pakistan studies, and you will be able to learn these subjects in the best possible way. Today we are going to talk about the explorations of certain fossil fuels which are really very important for generating power in Pakistan. And as you know that I promised you people yesterday that I will explain these things with you. So here we have the power sources, that is the fossil fuels, and the other ones I will explain them one by one, and then I will move on regarding their locations and the transportation of these resources for further processing and to be used in the power generation process. Okay, now we have the power sources available with us, and we are having these power sources. Number one, we have coal, and you know that this is non-renewable as it may not be available as because of the extensive usage. As we are keep on exploring and consuming coal, definitely someday this particular power source would deplete and would not be available to us. And what are the uses of coal? That is the industrial processes and electricity generation and domestic heating and cooking purposes where the natural gas supply is not there. Second fossil fuel, that is oil. Again, it is non-renewable and someday it will finish up. And it is fuel for vehicles as petrol and diesel we are consuming. And then electricity generation, the furnace oil which is extracted out of the distillation process of the petroleum. We get that furnace oil to be consumed in the generation of electricity. And then sources of chemicals in the chemical industry, it is also used. Then the natural gas, again it is the non-renewable. As you all know that these fossil fuels, they will not be with us if we will keep on using them. Someday we will be losing all these fossil fuels and we will be barehanded. Then domestic cooking and heating purposes, natural gas is supplied to us at our homes to cook our food and for the sake of heating purposes. And then electricity generation, in all some gas burnt thermal power stations. And then industrial uses as a fuel and for making fertilizers, and it is the really very important and most important raw material for the manufacturing of fertilizer, which is really very important for Pakistan for the sake of the agricultural growth and agricultural development. Now some other power sources, that is the nuclear fuel. Again it is non-renewable, and someday when we will be finishing up with the supply of uranium or plutonium, definitely we will not be having this power available to us, and it is used for the electricity generation. Then water, what we call the hydroelectric power generation, that is the renewable, and water will remain constant throughout, and it will be available to us in the form of the glaciers, in the form of the fast flowing rivers, in the form of the rainfall, in all other possible ways. So hydroelectric power is generated out of that water. Then solar power, again it is renewable as the heat of the sun would remain with us, and that heat can be used for long run. Solar panels used to generate electricity. And then wind, wave, geothermal and tidal power, they all are renewable. They all will not deplete, they all will not finish it up. Not greatly developed in Pakistan, but the chances of growth are there and the potential is there, so being consumed. So now first talking about the fossil fuels, that we are going to talk about the types of coal and what are the characteristics of those one. Number one, the best quality coal is known as anthracite. It is the best quality coal, hardest with the highest hydrocarbon content in it, burns quietly with great heat. So it is sort of you can say a sort of ash color, and light gray color it is, not really very much light or not too dark, and not really very much dark jet black like the other form of coal we consume in our barbecues at our homes. That would be the least quality coal. We will discuss it later. So number two, that is known as bituminous, and bituminous has two further types, that is the steam coal and coking coal. Number one, that is this one is steam coal, a superior black hard coal found in highly compressed seams underground, burns readily with great heat, lower hydrocarbon content than anthracite. So it means that it is lower in quality in comparison with the upper one, that is the anthracite. So we are going down in quality like this. Then the coking coal. Coking coal is burnt to produce coke, a hard gray porous material used in blast furnaces for the extraction of iron from iron ore in the metallurgy departments or the industries where the metallurgy is being done, and iron is being extracted from the iron ore. So number three type of coal, that is lignite, and Pakistan is having this particular type in abundance. Lower quality coal with high ash and moisture content in it, low heating value, produces a lot of smoke with less heat, and a lot of ash is produced, and this is not better quality coal. But Pakistan has all the coal mining sites, they contain lignite in abundance. Here we have the last type of coal, that is peat, and it is the least quality coal, exclusively vegetable matter, vegetative content it is. As we bring the coal for making barbecue at our homes, what we see that they are just like the dried uh, plants sticks or the branches in dark, very dark color. So that is peat. It is the lowest quality coal, represents the initial stage of coal formation. You can say that that is the beginning of the coal formation underneath, and we start extracting it for the sake of using for certain purposes. So it has very low heating capacity and very low hydrocarbon content actually, and it produces less heat. It produces a lot of smoke, and it makes the utensils black. A lot of carbon content is deposited over there on the utensils. Moving on, here you can see the layers of or the seams of coal the underneath the earth. And here you can see that the anthracite is right at the bottom. It means that, and it has really very narrow seam. You can see this one. It means that after the compression of rocks, the coal starts getting compressed and it becomes really very narrow in seam, and it is the hardest one and it is the best one. Then closer to the surface of the earth, if we get closer, we find bituminous, the steam coal and coking coal, and this is the seam of the bituminous. And further, if we talk about the coal which is available in abundance in Pakistan, that is lignite, and lignite is much closer to the surface of the earth. And here you can see this narrow seam over here. This is peat, the poorest quality coal, and it is very close to the surface of the earth, and that's why we can say that it is the earliest stage of coal formation. Now the location of coal, its types and uses. Location in Balochistan, Quetta coal fields in the northern part of Balochistan, and it is, and in Sindh province, the lower Sindh coal fields, what we call Thar coal fields, and then in Punjab, Salt Range in south of Potwar Plateau, closer to the Kalar region, where the salt mines are there. In that region, coal mines are also there. And in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Makkarwal coal fields, they are available over there, and not in greater quantity, but still you can say that they are available over there. Now, the types of coal mined in Quetta coal field, I mean in Balochistan, coking coal, locally called Sharig coal, and Sharig is the name of the place over there as well, and Sharig coal fields are there in closer to the Quetta region in north of Quetta. So that is coking coal available over there. One type of the bituminous. A washing plant set up by Pakistan Mineral Development Corporation converts coking coal into the metallurgical coal by mixing high-grade imported coal anthracite in it. It is supplied to Pakistan steel mills for running or converting the iron ore with the helpers of certain other metals to be added up in that one to make that alloy the stainless steel. Sub-bituminous coal is used in brick making industry or brick industries or brick kilns, and the coal which is available at lower Sindh, I mean Thar coal fields, that is lignite, the poor quality coal, as I told you, for heating boilers in thermal power stations. So it means that the electricity generation can be done with the help of lignite, which is being mined at Thar coal fields. Punjab salt range coal fields, told you, the Kalar region closer to salt mines. Subbituminous to lignite, I mean the quality of the coal is subbituminous to lignite. I mean in the lower seam the better quality subbituminous is available, but at the top of that seam the coal is of poor quality lignite. This subbituminous to lignite quality coal available in Punjab salt range, highly volatile, deteriorates. I mean, it breaks down into smaller pieces and making that useless. And this is done really very badly during the storage and having really very poor quality. It is used in the brick making industry, and the coal which is being mined from Makkarwal, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, as I told you, that subbituminous seams are uh, slightly thicker and coal is slightly better quality than in the salt range coal fields. So it means that this one is better than this one and used in the ceramics industry, where the ceramics are being made by the burning process of coal. And here you can see this is the area, you can say a diagram showing the rig that, or the layer of the oil underneath. You can see that here is the oil, and it is trapped between the two layers of non-porous rocks. So if I change the color, so here is the layer of non-porous rocks, and here is the layer of non-porous rocks, and you can see that the water is also trapped over here. And as you know that the specific gravity of oil is lesser than water, and oil floats over the surface of water. So this oil is floating over the water, and you can see that the gas, what we call the natural gas, they are the fumes of the same petroleum what we consume as fuel in our vehicles. So gas is above the oil, and you can see that here in this region all fumes are of natural gas. And here is the rig, the surface, and here is the drill which is being done to extract oil, and can also be made a drill over here to collect this gas from this region, and that can also be consumed. So this is how the oil and gas are available underneath in the between the layers of the non-porous rocks. Here you can see that this one is the porous rocks layer at the top, and then this shaded the lining one to non-porous rocks, and the oil is trapped in between those two non-porous rocks. I mean, oil cannot get escaped. So here you can see now the location of these fossil fuels. And I was just telling you that the location of coal fields, and here you can see the Quetta coal fields closer to the Quetta Valley. All these are known as the Quetta coal fields, and there is one definition what we call that what is the difference between the coal field and coal mine. There can be many coal mines in a single coal field. It means that coal field is the bigger term and coal mine is the smaller one. There can be a big area having many coal mines in a single coal field. So in the same way, here you can see the Thar region and Lakhda and then Jampir and Sonda. These are the coal fields in lower Sindh, what we mostly call them the Thar coal fields, these ones very specially, and they are known as the lower Sindh coal fields. And here you can see the Dandot, Pid and Makkarwal and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. These are the coal fields in the upper parts of Pakistan. This one is in Punjab and Makkarwal is in the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Now the other ones, this is about coal, and now here we have the oil. First, as I told you that first talking about the location of oil on the map. Petroleum, yellow triangle. Here you can see that in the Potwar region there are many oil fields which are exploring oil and consuming for and making it available for the people. And over here in the lower Sindh you can also see that there are oil rigs over here. I mean, in this region the oil is in abundance, and in the northern Punjab, in this region the oil is in abundance, right? And now just explaining first, then I will move on. That is the natural gas region. Let me change the color so that making it more visible for you. This is the natural gas color, and this is natural gas region. Zin, Pirko, Sui gas, what we call, is here. Uch, Khairpur in Sindh, and Madi Indus Gas Company, very famous one, it is over here, and Kandkot. So all these regions, they are having the natural gas reserves, and natural gas is being explored from these areas. And here we have Dandot over here as well in Punjab. So these are the locations. So you are supposed to learn the locations of the coal, oil and gas, the fossil fuels. Just a reminder that the coal is over here in northern Balochistan and lower Sindh, in this region, and in the Potwar region and Makkarwal. And then oil is over here in Sindh, lower Sindh, and a lot of oil is over here in the northern Punjab Potwar plateau. And then the gas region is at the bordering areas of Punjab, Balochistan and Sindh provinces: Sui, Pir, Kozin, Uch, Khairpur, Madi and Kandkot. So these are the locations. Now here is the oil rig, that how oil is extracted. Let me move to the other picture where I downloaded for you people to explain that how the process of oil extraction is done. Here you can see this whole of the process or the structure is known as derrick or rig, and this is just like the boring machine we install to have the bore at our homes to get water from the water table. So the same sort of boring structure is here, but it is a bit complex as it needs a bit deep drills. So here you can see this is the bore actually going on, and this is the base of that bore, and you can see that how the shape of this base is really very rough, so that, and it rotates because of the rotation of the electric generator installed up over here to rotate this one, the engine turntable, and this is the structure which is aligned with this turntable and electric power is being generated, and whatever the drilling is done, the mud and the soil which is being gathered over there, that is collected over here by pulling it out in this region. And then here is the turntable which rotates, and here we have the blowout preventer. I mean, if the whole of the rig reaches out the oil reserve, and the oil may blow up very fiercely from these pipes over here, that this particular blowout preventer can stop that oil to come out. And in this way, when this oil is extracted, that is collected through pipelines like this, and then this whole of the derrick is removed, and whole of the rig is removed, and the valves are installed, and the valves are shut down. And when the pipelines are installed, then those pipelines are connected with those valves, and the valves are opened to collect that oil for the refining process. So this is whole of the structure. And this bottom or the base structure which actually drills, that is known as bit. And the drill collar, I mean this whole of the structure going down, and drill strings, I mean the wires which are connected, and then the casing, those pipes which are kept under there. As the drilling goes on, the pipes are fixed in that hole, so that whenever the oil comes, that should not be wasted. And this is whole of the process, and you are supposed to learn the labeling of this diagram, so that if this diagram comes in your exam, you are supposed to label it if they ask you to label certain parts of the derrick or the oil rig. So this is what I have explained, the same thing. So now, uses of oil. Oil is used as paraffins, wax, plastics, synthetic rubber, detergents, insecticides and pesticides, pharmaceutical products, and chemical products. Bitumen for the roofing, or for making the waterproofing and road construction metalling. And furnace oil is extracted, which is used for power sources, generating electricity. And then sources of power, that is the thermal electricity. And then for heating purposes, as lubricant for machines, the engine oils and the lubricants, the grease or the other things we consume for the sake of preventing the machine parts to get wear and tear. And as an indispensable motor fuel, what we call the petrol and diesel over here. So petrol, jet petrol 1 to jet petrol 4, and then cars, and then aircrafts, the jet fuel, they are also coming out of this petroleum. And then diesel, that is used in the railway engines and buses and trucks for heavy vehicles. So these are the uses of oil. I'm going to stop over here as my lecture is getting lengthy today, and from here onward I will make another video for you. So do not forget to subscribe my channel RU Speaks, as Raja Umar speaks for you. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off. Allah Hafiz.